Hey all, how are you? Welcome to another glorious day in Costa Rica. It is Saturday, May 4th, I think. That's right, I think. Hey, I'm back on the job site, go figure, with some doggies in the Jeep behind me, very patiently waiting to go back home. We were out doing guerrilla marketing down in Jaco today, posting up a bunch of posters for the business and everything. See that Cracker Box house right there? Hold the thought on that. Actually, let's swing around so you can see, and we'll have a little chat ski about what's going on the job site. There we go. Hazy today. Temperature's nice. Actually, when it's hazy like this, it's not so bad being out here. It takes just the edge off of the direct sun. Do you see this ant trail right here? I call it that, but that's a human trail leading over to there. You remember the other day I was wondering what was going on with all the new blocks they were building? I thought maybe that it was for the ant way over there. I thought that was where we were going. Those were blocks that I'd paid for. And feeling a little sensitive about that right now because, man, this is way over budget. Way over budget. All of this groundwork that you've seen right here was never estimated into the budget. All this wall work, never estimated into the budget. Thank God for loans. But, you know, my hope was that I was going to do this without having to borrow any money. But that's the way it is. I don't think it'd be much money. And once I get these things renting, I'll be able to pay off the loan pretty quick. But, so, remember the other day I told you that the neighbor was encountering some erosion. Not some, a lot of erosion. You know, when they did, I mean, it's rock underneath here, but then the fill dirt on top was never packed in. It's like garbage like this and stuff was actually in this wall. I'm kind of annoyed that's still there. My OCD makes me want to pick that up right now, but we'll wait. But what was decided here was that he wanted to continue our wall, basically. And from the sense of strength and continuity, I get it. And now look at this. This is all like super packed down right here. I mean, you can see the difference. This is all basically fill dirt right there. It's got grass on top of it, and that was essentially going to be the back. And so it was totally deteriorating down here. And this is good, right? This is good. And look, they did proper drainage and everything like that. But where did they build those blocks? Well, follow the ant trail way over there. So I'm kind of annoyed because, okay, maybe I'm being a bit of a Karen, but nobody asked me my permission. And isn't that just a happy coincidence that all the crap that's up here for all of Dave's blocks just happened to conveniently be here so the neighbor's wall could get built? No one talked to me. No one asked and said, hey, Dave, is this cool? You know, we didn't pay to have him bring all this stuff up. It sure works well for him, you know, or the contractor saying, hey, Dave, I'm going to make some good money on the side here by doing your neighbor's wall. Can I just form out these blocks on your property? Because remember, that's what they do. They come up here and they mix the cement, and they actually have forms that are over there on the other side of that green thing, and they make all these blocks on site. Generally, in the case of this big wall, they brought some up, but each one of those suckers are 75 kilos. So that's like, you know, like what, 2.2 pounds a kilo. So that's a lot. Do the math yourself. Anyway, so I was a little burnt about that. So I come up yesterday expecting that I'm going to see some progress here because this part of the wall still needs to be finished. But in fairness, that piece of wall needed to be done before this could get done. You know, Steph kind of talked me down a little bit, and I went back from turning green to a normal tone. But I don't like that feeling of being taken advantage of. It's like, look, I'm spending a frickin' fortune on all this wall work, and we still, I mean, this wall here will be a lot different. It'll just be cinder block between here and the street and stuff when we do it there. But once we get over there where the elevation starts to drop, we're going to do another chunk of retaining wall that's going to be pretty damn expensive. So I just don't like the fact that the contractor and the property owner were like, sure, let's just use Dave's land to build all these blocks. That's efficient for me. So yeah, meanwhile, Dave's the one who has to wait while you do your wall so I can get mine finished. And anyway, whatever. The good news is that the plans are all done. Plans are done, and they were sent to the College of Architects that basically do all of the reviews and make sure that everything looks architecturally good. And then once that gets approval, then it comes back to our architect, who walks it across the hall, because he actually works at the municipality, and he'll hand it over to the permitting guys. And at that point, better be damn right, because the guy at the municipality did the plans. They should pass and get permitted very quickly. So now then, it's this corner over here that we're going to focus on next. First, we're going to get our wall finished. Go figure, because we haven't done any of the culvert behind it. Obviously, I don't want our one and only water intake to be handled like this. This has got to go deeper. I want this to go at a 90, and I'd rather it come out somewhere over there. This is just stupid. But I mean, these... Anyway, they're doing a couple custom blocks and stuff that are a little bit shorter so that we can finish this off and have it all at the same height. And then... Anyway... I'm not quite sure what the hell we're doing going up from here. I got to double check with Steph on it. But I was expecting to see some kind of progress here. But whatever, that's the case. So I think this next week, it'll probably be a couple days before we get the plans back from the College of Architecture. So I think we can at least start to cut in the foundations for each one of these cabinas, you know, start to do the circular shape and make sure we've got everything laid out and all of that. The gray work, I guess they call it, which I always thought was sewage. Whatever. Gray work, I guess, means doing like the raw building blocks. I guess if those building blocks are gray, hence gray work. Okay. The synapses are connecting in my brain finally. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, man, this project is so over budget. But too far into it now. Okay, I wanted to tell you. So this freaking cracker box, God, I hate this house. It's just so ugly. It was just thrown up so quickly. And even though I'm no contractor, I was like, man, that house went up fast. They're having more problems inside with this and that and the other thing. And, you know, what was it that was actually leaking? It was, I think that they had some drain pipe that just went nowhere and just kind of ended somewhere in the lawn. And then, of course, it started to cause that erosion. Now, because it's still fairly new, it's under warranty, thank goodness. So the current owners are able to get the guy who built it to honor his work and get this taken care of. I wonder if he's going to end up paying for that retaining wall, because maybe that was something where they were like, hey, this should have been addressed. This was all fill dirt. But that freaking house, which, okay, at one point this was 3 lot. Anyway, that little house, or that house right there, it's not really little. It's a little lot. It's only like 5,000 square meters. Mine's like 8. $1 million. $1 million that house just recently sold for. It's changed hands. So originally it was the realtor who built it, and then he sold it, and I think the people who bought it felt like it was just too much house for them, and now another couple has bought it, and I believe that couple are the ones who spent like $1 million on it. So okay, so when I get stressed about the fact that my little slice of heaven here is an expensive one, like, yeah, well, if that's $1 million, that crappy house that has no freaking character, what is my little dope slice of heaven going to be worth at some point? Cabina, main house, kablam, freaking view, over 180 degrees. I mean, look, we get all the way up here into, I mean, there's nowhere that you're looking here where it isn't pretty. There might be a few houses in the foreground, but they're really, really pretty houses. So, Anyway, when I start getting bummed about having to frickin' take out a loan, ugh, I hate that idea. But that's what you do. This is an investment. This is my business. This isn't going to be a place where I'm living. It's going to generate income for me. So my retirement gig, right? So, and I mean, come on. Each one of those little cabinas with a swimming pool and that view. I mean, nightly, what would you pay for that? I mean, it's really freaking nice. It's super quiet. I mean, during the day, you can hear the highway down there a little bit, but at night, all you hear are waves. I check all the way up here, and you can still hear the waves from down there. It's pretty sweet. And you get woken up with freaking scarlet macaws and toucans and freaking howler monkeys and stuff like that. They're all right down in there. And once I get this all doped up, turn it into a sweet orchard, man, we're gonna have all sorts of fun stuff over here. You know what my latest rabbit hole was that I went down was beekeeping. I saw one of those really cool beekeeping setups. You know, I don't know if you've seen them, where it has the separating cells, and it's really easy to extract honey without disturbing the bees and whatnot. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I love the idea of having the space to do some stuff like that. You know, having a little beehive, not such a hard thing to do. Tuck it back down in the jungle, somewhere down in there, where you only come across it if you want to. But I can't wait to have a little single track to get down to the creek down there, see what's up with the creek. Maybe there's a little spot where you can dip your toes in, but I ain't going down there by myself, I promise you that. I'll wait till I get some Tico bushwhacker to come with me and clear it all out. Anyway, I'm rambling. Here we are at the edge I thought we were going to be focused on when they were building all these blocks right here, and there are all the molds or forms. But we are going to need to do something to address this corner. We pushed all this fill dirt over here too, and we brought the surface up a bit. Just for comparison, you can see over on this end where it drops down. This is the original level right here. So we don't want to lose all this. I mean, this is going to be ground. I mean, we can always get more dirt, but you just don't want to have a ton of erosion going on. I mean, having all this just dump down the hill when it rains and looks, I mean, it just wants to slide. You can see it. So I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. This is all supposed to be phase 2 shit. Whatever, we'll figure it out. I guess it's a good problem to have. I'm almost to the point where I could just park a camper up here and plug in with water and electricity and just live on a dirt lot and be good for the rest of my life. I contemplate it every day. But till we reach such a point as that has to happen, I'm going to keep pushing forward on this. So thanks for listening to my rambles for a Saturday, my friends. Hope you guys are doing well. I really hope that you come out and see me sometime. It's a pretty sweet spot. Life's always better when it's shared, right? All right. See you, folks.